Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money Channel. Dusty BC Crypto posting the Fear and Greed Index, guys. Today we're at 41, so coming right out of the negative sentiment for cryptocurrency. The crypto market is marching up. This is Bitcoin on the daily. We can see that even Bitcoin has now hit $24,500 per coin. It is right now testing this level, so this micro level of resistance here, wanting to get up past that former high that it formed back on July the 30th. So that was right here. And now we are testing that. So we are still forming this pattern of higher lows and higher highs on the micro time frame. Really, though, it is going to be about the larger time frame, obviously wanting to get above significant levels of, former support, like this level right over here. Okay, but ultimately it's going to be about getting above the $32,300 mark right up there. So we're still a ways away from that. Let me just bring up XRP real quickly. XRP trading at about 38 cents. So it's also marching up. We're seeing many coins behaving the same way, even Ethereum. Take a look at the Ethereum trend. Ethereum's actually trading quite high off its localized low down here from back in late June. Ethereum is actually up 113%. If we compare that to Bitcoin up just about 39%, give or take, off that initial low. And XRP is up only about 32%, so not too far off from Bitcoin. However, we are seeing some altcoins rebound. This is positive news despite the fact that the crypto community is not yet behind the recent market rebound. People aren't believing it, guys. It's looking like we are getting into a bull market, but people just aren't believing it. Social metrics indicate the crypto community isn't embracing the latest market rebound, according to the analytics firm Santiment. Santiment reported that the frequency of sell mentions on Twitter, Reddit, and Discord has hit a 2-month high, despite the recent modest price increases for Bitcoin and most of the crypto market. Guys, this is usually how it starts, and I generally tend to find that I get more viewers on my channel when the market is hot, when FOMO is kicking in, and I'm sure a lot of other YouTubers would say the same thing. And then when the market dies down, the interest dies down, and so less people just watch the videos. That's just kind of, the ebb and flow of the market. That's something that I've come to expect. When I started my channel back in 2018, there was virtually no interest in crypto. And so, I've been doing the channel since June of 2018, so it actually would have been right in around here is when I started my channel. There was an initial pop of interest. This is the XRP chart, by the way. There was an initial pop of interest here. This was around the swell event when we saw XRP go up to about 74 cents. And then, the interest died down again. And even when we were in an uptrend, I didn't really notice interest picking up until late 2020. Obviously, there was a lot of interest here surrounding XRP specifically because of the lawsuit, but that is more of an anomaly, a micro story within the crypto space. But it wasn't until kind of like late December, early January, February, March, April. This is kind of where most people were interested in crypto. And even throughout here, people kind of really didn't know how to feel about cryptocurrency, so interest was still relatively high. It wasn't until the tariff fiasco and all that interest really died down. So it's interesting to see the ebbs and flows. This is kind of how I gauge the sentiment of the crypto market. But Santiment, they're looking for words, or part of their algorithm looks for, the frequency of sell mentioned on Twitter, Reddit, Discord, and that's hit a 2-month high despite the recent modest price increase for Bitcoin, as I'd mentioned. What happens when crypto prices keep rising despite the crowd's disbelief that the trend can continue? A perfect storm of FUD that can propel market caps. What happens when crypto prices keep rising despite the crowd's disbelief that the trend can continue? A perfect storm of FUD that can propel market caps to continue rebounding. BTC is trading at 23,800 as of the time of this reading. As we know, it is up and it is steadily climbing. But Santiment also notes that Bitcoin spent most of 2022 tightly correlated with the S&P 500. So this could also be part of the reason why people or investors are seeing, markets are going down, inflation is going up, maybe I should take a break from this. But despite this, however, they say it's correlated with the S&P 500, but has recently fallen behind the stock index's recovery. The firm says decoupling has historically been bullish for Bitcoin. So we are seeing that rebound. It is not actually manifesting in the crypto market as of yet. However, guys, just give it time. I believe it will soon. And this is why I say a great time to buy. Like I mentioned the other day, I got into my Algorand position, gone in at 35.5. Right now, Algo is trading at 36.5. And so, I'm hoping we're going to keep seeing this trend moving in this direction. Michael Branch posted this recent news from SaaS startup Heirloom and how they recently raised $8 million. This funding round was led by Ripple and Forte. So we know Ripple and Forte do have a partnership already, and they are partnered together to help Heirloom raise money. The funding will be used to provide tools to assist companies in entering the Web3 world using Ripple-based blockchain, the XRP ledger. Heirloom is presently helping companies to generate and monitor a range of Web3 assets, including NFTs and verifiable credentials, or VCs, using its tools. The co-founders of the company, they said they've been working on the development of these tools since 2021. They did a market study to decided to focus on enterprise businesses. They discovered that mainstream customers grasped the potential of Web3, or the Web3 concept. However, many of them would consider it really beneficial only if their favorite companies or services joined the Web3 ecosystem. And so, this is part of not just educating these big companies, but the massive push for this adoption is, I think, going to be more than half the battle. There's got to be incentive, and I think a lot of it is going to happen organically. Unfortunately, it would be nice to have everybody just kind of shift on a new model, running on the XRPL all at once. In some capacities, we're already kind of seeing that happen, but in other kind of more retail capacities, I don't think we will see it that way. I think it'll be more about who's on the new technology, how is that playing into their business, if their competitors notice, and then when their competitors notice, they will also latch onto that new technology, and it'll be, the snowball effect that Bearable Guy keeps talking about. Anyway, interesting news there. Wanted to thank Michael for posting that. I also saw this guy's from Flutterwave. So Flutterwave is also a Ripple-enabled company, and they are hiring 200 graduate trainees. So Flutterwave is Africa's leading payment technology company, and they've completed the recruitment process for its inaugural graduate trainee program, hiring 200 trainees, growing its employee base by 38%, guys. So that's actually quite large. The paid program aims to nurture young Nigerians by upskilling them with technological skills and soft skills, exposing them to the company's solutions and products, and giving them experience working at a global organization. The program is the new Chief of People and Culture's first project upon joining Flutterwave. And so they opened their application portal back at the beginning of July to enable these young graduates across Nigeria to apply for various positions at the company, and the portal closed on July the 15th. There were 11,000 applicants, and 200 lucky candidates made it. So Ripple-enabled company, Flutterwave, making waves in Nigeria, but also expanding out to other parts of Africa, realizing they need to up their game. And so, they are promoting local talent over there, growing their employee base by 38% with new graduates. I think, this is a great initiative for this particular Ripple-enabled company. I also saw this from Zweetsberg here on Twitter with regards to VeChain, guys. They just announced a new integration. So on Wednesday, Orion1 Inc. and VeChain announced their intention to work together on integrating their respective platforms. The collaboration will hasten the spread of blockchain technology in the logistics sector. The collaboration allows Orion1 to offer companies a seamless and paid onboarding ramp to begin utilizing blockchain in their business. This is what VeChain stated here. When it comes to blockchain and supply chain, there's only one game in town, and that is VeChain. This is coming from a statement here from Tommy Stevenson. He's the CEO over there at Orion1. No other entity can compete with their low-cost, rapid deployment, and ease of use. We're excited to integrate their blockchain into our products to bring VeChain to a wider network of clients. Orion1 does plan to use blockchain technology in an effort to coordinate company resources across the supply chain. So, of course, VeChain, big in the supply chain management space. When applied to the logistics industry, blockchain has the potential to improve record keeping, compliance, and dispute management while decreasing costs. And here's what Jason Rockwood, the general manager of VeChain US, said. A key barrier to wide blockchain adoption is the application layers that connects infrastructure to specific business problems. Orion1 simplifies the data gathering mechanism and makes the value of blockchain tangible and easy to deploy. This in turn saves corporate clients time and money while staying current with the latest innovations in supply chain technology. So boom, Orion1, just the latest partnership with supply chain management blockchain company VeChain, and we know VeChain uses the VET token. How's VET doing? Let's bring up VET. VET is another one of those cryptocurrencies that I see a lot of value at a very attractive price right now, trading at about 3 cents, so 0.032. It is down about 88% off that high that we saw for it back in April of 2021. And even since this bottom down here, where we saw it bottom out, it is actually also up about 40. No, that's in the negative. Let me actually redraw that here. How much is VeChain up? VeChain is up about 63% already. So it's another cryptocurrency, one of those ones also starting to gain momentum. Want to keep moving, guys. We've got a lot to cover today. Another one here from Michael Branch. Ripple partner SBI Group reports investee getting CFTC approval for OTC derivatives trading in the United States. So just to give you guys some context here, SBI Holdings owns a portion of this company here, Clear Markets. And so they've reportedly received approval from the CFTC to offer over-the-counter crypto derivative products with physical settlement. And on Tuesday, they got the notice. It said that the CFTC had approved the U.S. subsidiary operating a swap execution facility in which it plans to offer derivatives trading for U.S. dollar and Bitcoin pairs. The Japan-based financial services company said its market maker planned to expand its trading partners in the United States following pilot transactions on Clear Markets. SBI Holdings announced that it had acquired 12% or a 12% stake in Clear Markets back in August of 2018, so a few years ago now, which it planned to increase in the future. At the time, the Japanese firm said that the investment was aimed at creating a crypto derivatives trading platform catered towards institutional investors. So we've got Ripple partner SBI Holdings. They've invested in Clear Markets. Now they are set to offer over-the-counter crypto derivatives products, and the derivatives trading products will be in US dollar and Bitcoin pairs. More value added to these Ripple-enabled companies. Even if we do not have a clear verdict on XRP in the United States as of yet, we're seeing the ecosystem being built behind the scenes, so it's ready to roll. I mean, Ripple has had this infrastructure in place for a while. They know it works. Now it's just about the adoption. Now's the hard part, right? The education, getting these big companies on board to decide to change. Nobody wants to be the first. Everybody wants to be the second kind of philosophy. The big banks want the latest cutting edge technology, but they don't want to be the guinea pigs. Hell no. And so how does this adoption occur? Well, it's a many-prong effect. And I have a feeling that, this next story here, the story that's kind of tearing up Twitter today, plays a big role in this, and I'm going to explain to you why I think that in a bit. So guys, Ripple now considering buying bankrupt crypto leader Celsius's assets. Ripple is actively seeking to scale the company through a merger and acquisitions deal, a spokesperson told Reuters. On the surface, okay, we're looking at this and we're thinking to ourselves, why would Ripple want Celsius? And does it want its business model or just its assets? Or both, for that matter. Now, there's a lot of speculation here. Ripple Labs, the blockchain payments company behind XRP, may be interested in purchasing assets belonging to the insolvent crypto lending company Celsius. A company spokesperson told Reuters that Ripple is interested in learning about Celsius and its assets, and whether any could be relevant to our business. So, first, they're saying we're looking at their assets, but we don't know yet. We want to see if any of their assets would be relevant to us, Ripple. When asked whether Ripple planned to wholly acquire Celsius, the spokesperson declined to say. So then it talks a little bit about the Cell token. The native token on the Celsius platform rose 23%. Who cares about that? Celsius froze its users' assets in June, so that's another interesting point due to extreme market conditions. So they're still holding on to cryptocurrency. And so this happened, followed by a handful of other crypto firms like Voyager and CoinFlex, how they defaulted. It then hastily paid down its outstanding debts on various DeFi loans, reclaiming its collateral, and filed for bankruptcy a month later. The filings revealed that the lending firm's assets included cash, cryptocurrency, and the company's own Cell tokens, and various digital assets within its custody accounts, loans, and Bitcoin mining business. So if we take a look at these assets, I think personally, this is likely what Ripple is most interested in, not so much the business model or the company or any of that, but I think the assets, if they can acquire certain cryptos at a discount, namely XRP, maybe that could play into their strategy, and I am going to explain why. However, when weighed against the firm's liabilities, the company still logged a $1.19 billion deficit on its balance sheet, and the odds of the company's creditors getting any of their money back looks grim. The filing showed that Ripple was not one of Celsius's major creditors, so that's a good thing to note there. Still, the firm submitted filings seeking representation in the lender's bankruptcy proceedings last week. Now, this guy's coming at a time when we heard Brad Garlinghouse only a few months ago. Okay, this was at Davos back in late May. Brought to us by Cryptotainment here on Twitter. This is what Brad said back then.
Carbon credit initiative is something we've kicked off internally, but we've invested in over 30 or 40 companies around the crypto ecosystem, and we'll continue to look at opportunities to grow through external acquisitions also.
And of course, the market's not great right now, but is an IPO on the cards at some point?
Well, I think we want to get certainty and clarity in the United States with the U.S. SEC. I'm hopeful that the SEC will not slow that process down any more than they already have. But we certainly at a point in scale where that is a possibility, and we'll look at that once we're past this lawsuit with the SEC.
So in the latter half of this video, Brad Garlinghouse talks a little bit about the SEC and IPOing, but you notice what he said right there at the beginning. We continue to look to acquire other businesses that would, suit our business model. Dublin School down here saying, what would an IPO do to the price of XRP? Forgive my ignorance. I'm new to the space. Well, I think that would definitely have an effect on XRP. I mean, not a real organic effect, but definitely a FOMO effect. Digital Asset Buy also asking the same question. Do they want the XRP? So here's what's kind of brewing around the XRP community. The fact that Ripple can see the benefits of acquiring Celsius's assets, specifically the XRP, because the theory goes as such. There just is not enough XRP to go around, and if Ripple can control more of the XRP, this would be beneficial for their plan, the ecosystem. Some people are suggesting that retail holders are holding too much, and this was never the plan. It was never meant to be held by retail holders like you and I. And so now the XRP community has grown by leaps and bounds. We hold a large portion of the XRP in circulation. And so if Ripple can get their hands on more XRP, well, that would benefit their bottom line. Ashley Prosper also bringing this up, okay? As of July 10th, 2022, the company holds about 410,421 staked Ether, and as a result, approximately $467 million of the company's Ether, based on the market value of Ether as of July 10th, it's illiquid, but is earning at approximately 5% APY pending the merge. So here's another angle that Ashley brings to our attention, the fact that maybe Ripple wants to, leverage some other cryptocurrencies to generate some revenue for the company. I don't know about that. I mean, it is a possibility. Ian.xrpl also just retweeting out this tweet from Watcher Guru. Remember the Canadian pension plan that invested in the Celsius network? I believe they were from Quebec. Well, Canadian regulators are reportedly working with the United States government to investigate the Celsius network. I wonder if that has anything to do with, the pension plan perhaps investing more than they can afford to lose. The Celsius network went belly up, and so now Canadian investigators are involved in looking into this case. Okay, so that wouldn't necessarily explain any reason why Ripple is looking to take over Celsius's assets. Notice too that they mentioned specifically the assets and not the business model. If this is solely for the assets, says Digital Perspectives, one has to wonder if this is another part of the Ripple buyback scenario. If not, what could they want with Celsius, the company? Things that make you go, And I tend to agree. So there's the buyback scenario, there's the XRP, and even if it isn't for the buyback scenario, if Ripple does hold more XRP, obviously that would lend to helping them establish the XRP ecosystem and help facilitate more transactions through their liquidity pools, their line of credit products. So having more XRP is never a bad thing for Ripple, I don't think. Neil Duncan here saying, how many XRP is Celsius holding? Do you think that Ripple would want to buy Celsius just to get that XRP off their hands and back in their possession? Ripple Van Winkle saying they are buying it to become a bank. Jimmy Life down here saying if they acquire Celsius just to secure its XRP holdings, that's a bullish boss-ass move, telling everyone in the space that playtime is over. Translation by Ripple, if you think we own a lot of XRP now, watch this. Celsius is going bankrupt, so you got to remember that the assets that they own, any company that takes them over will likely get a discount, pennies on the dollar in some cases. So even if XRP is going for the market price of 38 cents, considering this scenario, considering they are now filing for bankruptcy, I'm thinking that Ripple is thinking that they could probably get the XRP at a discount and not market price. So this could be potentially a big move for Ripple, securing them more XRP. But what about all the other cryptocurrencies? Okay, so that's another thing that I want to address. Is it just the XRP or is it other cryptocurrencies as well? Wrath of Kahneman posting this last week. Lawyers for Ripple submitted filings to the bankruptcy court seeking to be represented in the proceedings. Why? What assets does Celsius have that Ripple would use? What is the particular angle? Licensing, loans? Surely it's not the token, or is it? He goes on to say, APIs, I know they source liquidity for alternative assets, something Ripple does as well. I'd like to learn more about potential implications. Also down here appears the burgeoning consensus is for crypto liquidity channels with respect to Ripple's liquidity hub. What about the alternative assets, guys? What about all those other crypto tokens that Ripple could get at a discount? Now, think of the benefits of this. In a bear market, or rather coming out of a bearish slump, when in a lot of cases, a lot of these altcoins are down 80, 85, almost 90%. You could utilize these altcoins if Ripple can get them at a discount on top of it all. You could leverage these altcoins to generate more revenue for the company. That's one possibility. But there's also this, guys, the fact that Ripple is in the game of providing liquidity through their ODL service, leveraging XRP. But what are they in the game to do? Well, to transfer anything of value, whether it's fiat to fiat, fiat to precious metals to crypto, or crypto to crypto. So could they actually be acquiring other cryptocurrencies for these types of purposes? I mean, I'm just speculating here, but I wanted to bring you guys this clip from Jamil Case. Okay, this is an older interview from David Schwartz. Words mean things. Listen to what he is saying and think about what he means. Like I mentioned earlier in the video, the technology, guys, is already there. They're just waiting to implement it.
We have the technology to allow every financial institution on the planet to settle with every other financial institution in a compatible jurisdiction in any asset in seconds for less than a penny. Just think about this. Anyone who's made a payment knows that we're nowhere near that today. But imagine every financial institution settling with every other financial institution in seconds for less than a penny, any asset. That's fundamentally transformative. We have the technology to do it. Now we just need to figure out how to drive the adoption. And of course, there's all the challenges with, there's incumbents, there's regulation, there's inertia, there's the big players who are really trying to defend, if you're one of the largest banks in the world, you want to push pause or stop on technology, because you're in the lead. So of course, you say you love technology, but obviously, you wish you could stop it. So
David Schwartz calling out the incumbent banks, wanting to put a pause on technology. Ripple knows they have a better mousetrap. They're already proving it in a lot of situations worldwide. And if you listen to this clip, he basically says we can do anything you want for any financial institution at scale for fractions of pennies. So would it be of benefit for Ripple to acquire other cryptocurrencies from Celsius at a discount, pennies on the dollar in some cases, in a bear market slump? I can certainly see some value in that, but that's just my opinion. I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.